I'm Mark Bryan, and we're at my studio in Owendale, South Carolina. I call it Stone Point.
Mark and I have known each other for several years. We've just kind of bonded creatively. We've worked together on several projects, mostly music videos, which kind of is a good hybrid of where he comes from and where I come from.
They knew that doing a score was something that I was interested in, and they also knew that my partner, Gus Gusler, was an entertainment attorney that had done some music licensing before, so they asked us to team up and sort of be the music supervisors of the film.
As I talked to him more and more, it seemed clear that we were on the same sort of page when it came to what we were trying to do. And he also kind of represented another aspect that we're trying to represent with this film, which is the creative community that exists in Charleston and South Carolina. He's a very important member of that, a very talented member of that, and so it really made sense for us to team up with him.
If that's supposed to be an imagination or thought, it should blast you in the face. That's my opinion of it.
The approach that we're taking with the soundtrack is a lot of music that kind of has its origins and strong ties to the area that the movie takes place in, the South, the Southeast. There's a very strong sense of place that extends to the music as well.
It's summertime and the living is easy.
So there's a lot of blues and jazz, and then that develops, as music did, into some more classic rock. And that just kind of really exemplifies the tone of the movie, the kind of soulfulness that we're trying to create with the movie. Mark and I have been talking about the music for several months. I had a lot of specific tracks in my mind that I wanted to use that scenes were kind of built around and inspired by. So we sat down with a lot of those songs in place and watched the whole thing, saw what worked, saw what needed to change, and kind of game planned it based on that. And we got some music coming up here, and this will be like the first time we hear our score, we hear Joseph's theme.
It's more about establishing the feel of a scene and making sure that the idea that I have musically fits the emotion of that scene.
Step it up, Jay.
On the flip side, you have the other kind of conventional way of approaching music in a movie, and that is original score and original composition. Creating Joseph's message, creating a theme for Joseph, which is a little bit of melancholy, but as Joseph changes and as he transforms, the score does as well, so the audience really kind of get an emotional connection with him.
I'm not creating songs here, I'm creating a bed of music that is only meant to enhance an already existing visual scene. And the less you know I'm there, the better. But the more I can add to the scene, the better. So it's a very delicate line. It's a new approach for me to take in making music, and it's really fun.
Actually, that's the wrong note.
Well, it actually sounded nice.
Do you like the dissonance?
I did, actually.
I have such a level of respect for him for having written this script and then seeing it all the way through the production of it. He has a vision, he knows what he wants to create, and he's gone after it, and it's been inspiring to me. And so, because of that, he usually gives me very clear ideas of what he's thinking, and then he leaves it up to me to interpret that.
With every movie, music is really important. This movie definitely kind of has its own soul and voice when it comes to music. It really is going to create a very emotional connection with audiences, whether it be the source tracks or the original scores. And just kind of the organic nature of it, I think, represents this film as well. I mean, this film just has kind of come to be based on a lot of intuition, a lot of faith, and a lot of people believing in it. You know, that sort of just natural progression is what is going to make this movie work